"No one wants to date me," she said, then lifted her shirt. I replied, "I'm not going anywhere."
It's a bit uncomfortable.
The first thing she said to me wasn't hello.
Just let me know
It
if you need
was,
any adjustments.
"Please don't be polite." I'm tired of that. We were standing in line at a coffee shop in late October, the kind of gray afternoon that makes cities feel smaller and people feel lonelier. I'd noticed her because she kept smiling at strangers, real smiles, not the kind people wear like armor. When it was her turn to order, she froze, apologized to the barista for freezing, then laughed at herself. That laugh had weight to it, like it had been earned. "I'm Daniel," I said, mostly to stop the silence from embarrassing her. "Emma," she replied. "And just so you know, this is the part where people usually decide they don't want to keep talking." I blinked. Did I miss a memo? She studied me, measuring something. Then she shrugged. "Sit with me. I'll explain." We took a small table by the window. Outside, people hurried past with their coats pulled tight, as if kindness might slip out if they loosened their grip. Emma wrapped her hands around her cup and stared into it. "No one wants to date me," she said, flatly. "Not fishing. Not dramatic. Just stating a fact the way someone says it's going to rain." I wanted to argue immediately, but something told me not to rush. So I asked, "Who told you that?" She smiled again, but this one was different, tired. "Experience." She took a breath, then lifted her shirt just enough to show me her stomach. There was no shock value in it. No flirtation. Just truth. A long scar curved across her abdomen, pale and uneven. Near it, a small medical device rested under transparent tape, quiet and unassuming, like it had learned to stay out of the way. "I have Crohn's disease," she said. "Severe. Diagnosed at 19. Surgeries. Hospital stays. Cancelled plans. I come with equipment, medications, fatigue, and a body that doesn't always cooperate." She lowered her shirt and looked me straight in the eye. That's usually the moment people say they're not ready for something serious. Or they ghost. Or they turn me into a charity project instead of a person. I didn't know what to say right away, so I told the truth. "I'm not going anywhere." She laughed, sharp and surprised. "You don't even know me." "True," I said. "But I know what you just showed me took courage. And I know running away from honesty usually doesn't lead anywhere good." Something shifted then, not dramatically, but quietly, like a door unlocking. We talked for 2 hours. About everything except her illness at first. Music. Terrible movies we secretly loved. How adulthood wasn't anything like the brochures promised. She told me she used humor as a shield. I told her I used busyness as one. "Before we left," she said, "just so we're clear, I'm not looking for a savior." "Good," I replied. I left my cape at home. Our first date was a walk that turned into sitting on a park bench because she got tired. She apologized 3 times. Each time, I told her she didn't need to. Our second date ended early because she felt sick. She texted me later, expecting disappointment. I texted back, "Thank you for telling me. Want company or space?" That question changed everything. Weeks turned into months. I learned the rhythms of her body the way you learn a language, slowly, respectfully. Good days. Bad days. Days that started hopeful and ended with hospital bracelets. She showed me how to find humor in 4 poles and dignity in vulnerability. One night, after a particularly rough flare-up, she finally cried in front of me. Not pretty crying. Real, shaking, exhausted crying. "I hate this body," she whispered. "I feel broken." I held her hand, careful not to pretend I had answers. "Your body has fought for you every single day," I said. "That doesn't sound broken to me." She looked at me like no one had ever said that before. The unexpected twist wasn't that I stayed. It was that she taught me how to. Before Emma, I thought kindness was something you offered when you had extra time. She showed me it was something you practiced when it was inconvenient. She never let me cancel plans just because I was too busy. She asked hard questions. She noticed when people were invisible and made room for them. Once, on a crowded subway, a man collapsed. While everyone froze, Emma, tired, in pain, carrying her own medical reality, was the first on the floor with him, calmly instructing others, steady as a lighthouse. Later I asked her how she stayed so composed. She shrugged. When you've spent enough time vulnerable, you stop being afraid of it. The emotional climax came a year in. We were at a small gathering with friends. Someone made an offhand joke about baggage in relationships. They didn't mean harm. But I saw Emma go still. Later that night, she said, "This is where you realize you could have it easier with someone else." I took her hands. Easier doesn't mean better. She searched my face. "You really don't see me as a burden?" I shook my head. "I see you as a partner. And partners carry things together." She cried again, but this time, there was relief in it. Years later, when people ask about us, they often say, "You're such a good person for staying." I correct them. I didn't stay because I'm good, I say. I stayed because she's worth it. Emma once told me that lifting her shirt that day was her way of letting the truth speak before fear could. She expected rejection. Instead, she found presence. And that's the lesson she gave me, and the one I hope travels far beyond our story. Kindness isn't loud. Love isn't about fixing. And humanity lives in the simple, powerful choice to say, "I'm not going anywhere."